Alright, so in my last video I complained about how shutting down Anthem was a bad idea, but whatever, there's nothing we can do now. That train has left the station, crashed through an orphanage, drove off a cliff and caught fire. But what can be done is salvage what remains of that wreck, and that's what this video is about. We all know that BioWare likes to recycle a lot, which is perfectly fine, less work for them and all that, but can you please start recycling the good bits? For example, look at this cutscene from Mass Effect Andromeda. Look at how the animations are all there, they, exist and all that, but they're not good, are they? Now compare that to Anthem. Not only does it feel more cinematic, since every conversation is just that, but it also feels more fluid and alive, since in Anthem they actually used proper motion capture for the faces and character movements. While in Dragon Age the characters are fairly static and only have a couple pre-made animations to play through in dialogue, in Anthem they actually feel like they behave properly and like a human should. Not a single person on Earth has body language as rigid as the planks we talk to in DA and Mass Effect, nor do they sit and stand like they do in those games. And now compare that with Owen in Anthem smoking a crack pipe. Get what I mean? It just looks and feels and plays more organic and alive rather than being stuck in a world of mechs bought on Wish. Combat is something they can scavenge from the abandoned corpse of Anthem as well. No, don't turn it into a shooter, that's not what I mean. Pay attention. We all know that in Origins, the combat was slow and tactical, which is fine because that was the intention of the game, slow and tactical. In DA2 they went for a less tactical approach and focused more on faster animations and fast-paced action, evident in that rogues can move around faster than frogs in France. In DAI, they basically sterilized the whole tactical aspect and only have it there in its infancy. Focusing instead on live action combat, which is fine and all, but can we please, for the love of everything that is dear to me in this world, have fluid combat animations? First example, Sword and Board Warrior. Has anyone at BioWare ever seen people fight with sword and shield? Or axe and shield? It looks nothing like this. Just have a look at this and how real people, no less, fight. I know that it's meant to look good in a series, but it can also look good in games. Fantasy games with magic and dragons and all that. Doesn't have to be based on realism there. But legitimately the worst is Two-Handed Warrior. They look like they're swinging around a fence post and not a finely balanced sword made for combat. Again, let's have some example of how combat with a two-handed axe can look like. And then compare that with DAI. The combat in that game feels slow, clunky and static, which is not what the use of Frostbite was supposed to be. Frostbite is made for action-packed, fast, fluid combat. I know you can't compare Anthem to DAI when it comes to combat, but what you can do is compare animation fluidity. Let's watch a short clip of movement and combat in DAI. And now let's watch a short clip of movement and combat in Anthem, and you decide which one of the two looks more polished, fluid and fun. Don't get me wrong, I love both games, but they both also have flaws. With the shutdown of Anthem and the team being transferred to working on DA4, let's hope they lend their expertise on how combat and animations should feel and look like. Because that's something you can't deny Anthem did unequivocally better than DAI. And on that terrible disappointment for the DA community, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one or on stream.